The moon has a message for you tonight. Don't ignore it. Close your eyes for just one moment. Take a breath. Now ask yourself, why did you click on this video tonight, out of everything else you could have been watching? Because something pulled you here. Something quiet, something ancient, something that knows your name even when you've forgotten it yourself. The moon is full tonight with meaning, and it has been watching you, your sleepless nights, your silent prayers, the tears you cried when no one was looking. This message is not an accident. You were guided here because the universe has something it needs you to hear right now, something so perfectly timed for what you're going through that by the end of this, you will feel it in your chest. Don't move. Don't scroll away. This was meant for you. Before we go deeper into this cosmic message together, I want to ask you something from the heart. If this kind of content speaks to your soul, if you feel seen, guided, or moved by what the universe is trying to tell you, please subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button and turn on notifications, because every video we create is designed to help you align faster with your true purpose, decode the signs the universe is sending you, and stay connected with the guidance that is always flowing your way. You are not here by chance. And staying connected here means you will never miss another message that was meant for you. Subscribe now, and let's walk this path together. Welcome. Truly, from the deepest part of this message, welcome. Tonight, under the light of the moon, something is shifting. You may have felt it already, a restlessness in your soul, a longing you can't quite name, a feeling that something is about to change, or perhaps that it already has and you're only now beginning to understand what that means. The moon has always been more than a rock in the sky. Across every civilization, every ancient culture, every spiritual tradition, the moon has been understood as a keeper of time, a mirror of the soul, and a messenger between worlds. Tonight, it is speaking directly to you. And what it has to say has the power to transform the way you see yourself, your life, and everything that is unfolding around you right now. There is something that happens when the moon rises and the world grows quiet. The noise of the day, the emails, the obligations, the voices of other people's expectations, all of it begins to fall away. And in that silence, something in you wakes up. Not the version of you that performs for the world, not the version that follows the rules or smiles when it doesn't feel like smiling. The deeper you. The real you. The one who lays awake at night wondering if there is more to life than what you've been living. That part of you knows the moon is speaking. That part of you felt the pull to be here tonight. And that part of you is about to receive something it has been waiting for, perhaps for a very long time. The moon does not rush. It does not force. It simply rises, and in its rising, it reveals. Think about how the moonlight works. It does not create its own light. It reflects the light of the sun. In the same way, the messages the moon carries are reflections of deeper truths. Truths about who you are, where you are going, and what you are ready to release. Tonight, the moon is reflecting something back at you. Something you already know but may have been afraid to fully acknowledge. Something about your worth. Something about your path. Something about the version of yourself you have been quietly becoming, even on the days when you felt like you were standing completely still. Have you ever noticed that the moon looks different depending on where you are in your life? When you are happy, it feels celebratory, glowing, almost playful. When you are grieving, it feels like a companion in the dark, present, steady, not trying to fix anything, just there. When you are searching, it feels like a guide, a lantern above the road you're not sure you're on. The moon meets you where you are. And right now, wherever you are emotionally, spiritually, mentally, the moon is meeting you there. It is not judging your confusion. It is not measuring your progress. It is simply holding space for you to be exactly who you are in this exact moment, and whispering, "You are enough and you are not lost." Let's talk about what it means to receive a message from the universe. So many people wait for something dramatic, a bolt of lightning, a voice from the sky, a sign so undeniable that there is no room for doubt. But the universe almost never works that way. Its messages are quiet. They arrive in the form of a song that comes on at exactly the right moment, a conversation that gives you chills, a dream that stays with you for days, or a video that you somehow end up watching at midnight when you couldn't sleep. The fact that you are here right now, that is a message. The universe arranged every detail of your evening to bring you to this moment. And it wants you to know, you are being guided. There is a language the moon speaks that goes beyond words. It speaks in cycles, waxing and waning, growing and releasing, filling up and letting go. And here is what that means for you. You are not supposed to be at full capacity all the time. You are not supposed to be on every day. You are not supposed to have all the answers, all the energy, all the clarity in every single moment. You are allowed to have your waning phases. You are allowed to go inward, to rest, to retreat, to feel the quiet of your own becoming. The moon doesn't apologize for going dark before it grows full again. And neither should you. Your quietest seasons are often your most sacred. Right now, pause for a moment and ask yourself honestly, what phase are you in? Not astronomically, but internally. Are you in a new moon phase, at a beginning, holding intention, full of hope but uncertain of the path? Are you in a waxing phase, building, growing, feeling the momentum but not yet at the peak? Are you in a full moon phase, at a peak of clarity, emotion, power, feeling everything at once? Or are you in a waning phase, releasing, grieving, letting go, preparing for what comes next? There is no wrong answer. Every phase is sacred. Every phase is necessary. And knowing which one you're in is the first step toward moving through it with grace instead of resistance. The universe has a sense of timing that your human mind cannot fully comprehend. You look at your life and you see delays. You see plans that didn't work out, doors that closed, people who left, dreams that seemed to dissolve. And your mind interprets all of that as failure, as loss, as evidence that maybe you are not meant for the life you want. But the moon sees your timeline differently. It sees the version of you that is being built behind the scenes of every seeming setback. It sees the strength being forged in your difficult chapters. It sees the precise calibration happening in the waiting, because what is coming for you requires a version of you that the old plan simply could not have produced. Think about someone you love deeply. Now think about all the things that had to happen, all the timing, all the choices, all the near misses and detours, for you to meet that person. Think about how impossible it would have been to plan that from where you stood years before. The universe is doing that right now with everything you are waiting for. It is engineering encounters, aligning circumstances, preparing people and places and opportunities in a sequence so intricate that if you could see the full picture, you would drop to your knees in gratitude for every single delay. The moon is asking you tonight to trust the timing of your life, not blindly, but deeply, with the same certainty that you trust the tide to return. There is something the moon wants you to release tonight. Something you have been carrying that no longer belongs to you. Perhaps it is a version of a story you keep telling yourself, about who you are, what you deserve, what is possible for your life. Perhaps it is guilt over something you cannot change. Perhaps it is anger at someone who hurt you, and the weight of that anger has become heavier than the original wound. Perhaps it is fear, the quiet, persistent fear that no matter how hard you try, things will not work out. Whatever it is, the moon is illuminating it tonight. Not to shame you for carrying it, but to show you that you are strong enough now to put it down. Releasing something does not mean pretending it didn't happen. It does not mean forgiving before you're ready or healing on someone else's timeline. It means choosing, consciously, to stop letting the past determine your present. It means looking at the wound and saying, "This happened, it hurt me, and I am bigger than it." The moon releases its fullness every single month, and it does not mourn the light as it fades. It knows another fullness is coming. When you release what no longer serves you, you are not losing something. You are creating space for the next fullness that is already on its way to you. What would your life look like if you made that space tonight? The moon and the ocean have always had a relationship that science can measure, but poetry understands better. The moon pulls the tides. It literally moves water across the entire planet with nothing but its presence. And your body is made of water. You are made of the same substance the moon has been moving for billions of years. Which means the moon's pull is not metaphorical for you. It is physical. It is real. When you feel restless at night, when you feel emotions rising without a clear reason, when you feel drawn to look up at the sky, that is the moon doing what it has always done. It is moving something in you. It is pulling something to the surface. It is asking you to pay attention to what is rising. What is rising in you right now? Sit with that question for a moment without rushing to answer it. In a world that demands constant productivity and instant clarity, the simple act of sitting with a question, without needing to solve it immediately, is a radical and powerful practice. The universe does not communicate with those who are always talking, always moving, always filling the silence. It communicates in stillness. in the pause between thoughts, in the moment after you stop asking and before you start analyzing. The moon rises in silence. It does not announce itself. It simply appears, and those who are still enough to notice receive its light. Be still enough tonight to receive what is being offered to you. You have been through things that would break most people. That is not an exaggeration. That is the truth of your life, even if you rarely let yourself acknowledge it. The difficult relationships, the losses that reshaped you, the moments when the ground disappeared beneath your feet and you somehow, against all odds, found a way to keep standing. You carry more strength than you know. And the moon has seen all of it. Every night you couldn't sleep. Every morning you got up anyway. Every time you chose to keep going when every part of you wanted to stop. The universe has been keeping track, even when you felt invisible. And it is reflecting that strength back to you tonight, in the light of the moon, saying, "Look how far you have come." There is a version of you that exists just beyond the edge of your current comfort zone, and that version is extraordinary. Not perfect, not without pain, not free from challenge, but alive in a way that the you of today can barely imagine. The moon has seen that version of you. It has been calling to that version of you, sending you whispers of it in your dreams and your deepest longings. Every desire you have that feels almost too big to admit, the life you imagine when no one is watching, the person you know you could be, the contribution you feel burning inside you that hasn't yet found its expression, those are not fantasies. Those are previews. Those are the moon showing you who you are already becoming. Let's talk about signs, because you have been receiving them, and perhaps not fully trusting them. Numbers that repeat themselves wherever you look. Songs that speak exactly to what you are feeling. Dreams that feel more real than waking life. Animals that appear at meaningful moments. Conversations that seem to answer questions you hadn't yet spoken aloud. Coincidences that stack on top of each other until the word coincidence no longer feels sufficient. These are not random. The universe is a system of meaning, not a machine of chance. And when signs begin to cluster around you, it means the frequency you are emitting is rising. It means you are becoming more aligned. It means the universe is confirming you are on the right track. But here is what the moon also wants you to know about signs. They require your participation. They require you to cultivate the kind of awareness that notices, the kind of faith that interprets, the kind of courage that acts on what you receive. Signs are not magic tricks meant to do the work for you. They are invitations. They are the universe saying, this direction, this person, this choice, this leap, come this way. And then it waits for you to take the step. You cannot receive a sign and then stand still indefinitely, waiting for more confirmation. At some point, the sign is enough. At some point, you have to move. The moon is asking you tonight, what sign have you already received that you have been waiting to act on? There is a conversation the moon has been having with your soul while you sleep. In the dreamscape of your nights, it sends images, feelings, symbols, a language that your conscious mind translates imperfectly but your spirit understands completely. Have you been dreaming more vividly lately? Have you been waking at odd hours, especially around 3 a.m., with a sense of something important hovering just beyond your grasp? Have you felt, upon waking, a kind of weight that isn't sadness exactly, but a heaviness of meaning, as if the night tried to tell you something and the morning interrupted before it could finish? These are not disturbances. These are deliveries. The moon is a messenger, and your sleeping self is its most receptive audience. The spiritual traditions of every culture on earth, without exception, have looked to the moon as a guide for planting, for healing, for setting intention, for letting go, for ceremony, for prayer. The ancient Egyptians, the indigenous peoples of every continent, the Vedic sages of India, the Taoist masters of China, the Celtic druids of Europe, all of them understood something that modern life has tried to make us forget. We are not separate from nature. We are nature. And when you reconnect with the cycles of the moon, you reconnect with something so ancient and so deep in your own body that it feels less like learning something new and more like remembering something you always knew. Tonight is that remembering. Your emotions are not problems to be managed. They are information to be received. The moon rules the emotional body. In astrology, in mythology, in the lived experience of countless human beings across all of time. When the moon is full, emotions rise. When the moon is new, something in us feels quiet, turned inward, almost contemplative. This is not coincidence. This is design. Your emotional life is intimately connected to lunar cycles, And when you begin to track that connection, when you begin to notice that certain feelings intensify around certain phases, you stop pathologizing your own inner weather and start reading it as data. Your emotions are trying to guide you. The moon is amplifying them tonight, so you cannot look away. What emotion is loudest in you right now? Not the one you think you should be feeling, the one you actually are feeling, underneath the performance, underneath the explanation, underneath the story you've told so many times you've almost convinced yourself it's true. What is the raw, wordless feeling living in your chest right now as you watch this? Is it longing? Is it grief? Is it hope that feels almost dangerous to feel? Is it the quiet excitement of someone standing at the edge of a new beginning? Is it love, for someone, for yourself, for the life you are slowly, bravely building? Whatever it is, the moon says, feel it fully. Don't compress it. Don't edit it. Feel it fully, because on the other side of feeling it fully is the freedom you've been searching for. Freedom is not the absence of feeling. Freedom is not emotional numbness, is not perfect control, is not the ability to stay undisturbed regardless of what life brings. True freedom is the ability to feel everything without being destroyed by any of it. To love without losing yourself. To grieve without becoming the grief. To hope without making hope a hostage. The moon models this perfectly. It feels the shadow and it feels the light. It holds darkness and radiance in the same orbit, and it does not choose between them. It holds both. You are being called to develop that same capacity, to hold the complexity of your own life without needing it to be only one thing. There is someone in your life right now, you know who needs to feel your love more consciously. Not more loudly necessarily, but more consciously. The moon is reflecting this quietly. Love is not a feeling you store inside yourself, hoping the other person somehow senses it. Love is an active practice. It is attention. It is presence. It is looking at someone and really seeing them, not the role they play in your life, not the history you've accumulated together, but them, the full, complex, beautiful, struggling human being they are right now, tonight, in this season of their life. The moon is asking you to bring that quality of seeing to someone you love. What would change in that relationship if you truly saw them? And now let's turn that gaze toward yourself. Because the most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. Not as a cliché, but as a lived reality that shapes every other relationship, every decision, every pattern, every limitation, and every breakthrough in your life. How do you speak to yourself in the privacy of your own mind? If a stranger said to you the things you say to yourself on your worst days, would you consider that person cruel? The moon is holding up a mirror tonight, not to shame you, but to invite you into a new relationship with yourself. One built on the same compassion you so readily offer to others. You deserve your own love. Not someday. Tonight. The universe does not make mistakes. This is perhaps the most challenging thing to truly believe, especially when your life has included real pain, loss that was not fair, harm that was not your fault, circumstances that no amount of positive thinking could have prevented. And I am not saying those things were meant to happen in some cosmic sense that erases their weight. I am saying that the universe, in its breathtaking intelligence, has the capacity to use everything. To alchemize pain into purpose. To transmute loss into depth. To take the very things that broke you and build from those broken pieces something stronger, something more beautiful, something that will one day be the foundation of your greatest contribution to the world. Your story is not finished. This is so important that the moon is pressing it into your chest right now as you receive these words. Whatever chapter you are in, however stuck or lost or behind you feel, this is not the last page. The greatest chapters of so many lives have come after what felt like the ending. After the divorce, after the failure, after the diagnosis, after the breakdown, after the moment that seemed to close the door on everything. The universe specializes in what happens after. It is an expert in resurrection. And if you look at your own life honestly, at every moment you were sure things were over and they somehow weren't, you already have all the evidence you need to believe that your story continues. Let's talk about purpose, because it may be the thing you think about more than almost anything else. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing with this one wild and precious life? These questions are not signs of confusion. They are signs of consciousness. Only a soul with real depth asks these questions. Only someone who senses that there is something more, something they are meant to give, to create, to become, feels the particular ache of an unlived purpose. And the moon has a message about this, Your purpose is not a destination you arrive at. It is not a job title or a single achievement. It is a quality of being that you express in 1,000 different ways throughout your entire life. And you are already living it more than you know. The way you make someone feel seen in a conversation, that is purpose. The way you show up for a friend in their darkest hour without needing to fix anything, that is purpose. The way you create something, cook something, build something, write something, sing something, grow something, even privately, even imperfectly, that is purpose moving through you. The moon does not have a single purpose. It serves the tides and the crops and the sleep cycles and the emotional lives of billions of beings simultaneously, simply by being what it is, moving through its own cycles faithfully. You serve the world in more ways than you can count, simply by being who you are, moving through your life with intention. Your presence is purpose. Do not underestimate it. You are being prepared for something. This is not wishful thinking. This is the pattern the universe follows consistently. Periods of expansion are preceded by periods of preparation, and the preparation almost always feels like limitation. It feels like waiting. It feels like doors closed and opportunities missed and time lost. But from a higher vantage point, from the perspective the moon holds, it is something else entirely. It is refinement. It is the compression before the release. It is the inhale before the exhale. It is the winter before the spring that always, always comes. The question the moon is asking you tonight is not whether the spring is coming, it is. The question is, what are you doing with this winter? How are you using this sacred time of preparation? Root yourself. This is one of the moon's most essential messages for this moment in your life, and in the life of the world. Because the world is moving fast, and much of it is disorienting, and it is easy to feel unmoored, to drift, to be pulled by currents that are not yours. But you have roots. You have a center. You have a knowing, quiet, persistent, sometimes inconvenient, that points you toward your own true north. The moon is asking you to return to that center tonight. To stop looking outward for the validation, direction, and meaning that can only be found by going inward. The answers you are seeking are not in someone else's opinion of you. They are not in the algorithm. They are inside you, in the quiet, waiting for you to come home. Coming home to yourself is the great spiritual journey of this life. Not a journey to a monastery, not a journey to a perfect relationship or a perfect body or a perfect career, a journey back to the part of you that existed before the world told you who to be. Before the shame. Before the comparison. Before the conditioning. That original self, curious, open, unafraid of wonder, capable of sitting under the moon and feeling genuinely moved by it, that self is not lost. It has been waiting, patient as the moon, through every distraction and every detour and every season where survival required you to put it aside. It is here now. You are here now. And this reunion, this return to yourself, is the beginning of everything you have been hoping for. The moon has watched every civilization rise and fall while continuing its faithful orbit. Empires that seemed eternal have turned to dust, and the moon rose and set without missing a single night. Technologies have transformed the human world beyond recognition, and the moon has shone on all of it with the same steady, unhurried light. This is not to minimize your struggles, it is to give them context. Your life, in all its magnificent complexity, is happening inside something so vast and so enduring that its very vastness holds your pain gently. You are not too small to matter. You are small enough to be held. And tonight, the universe is holding you. Let it. You don't have to carry this alone. You have been trying to do too much alone. This is another message the moon is sending, quietly, persistently, the way it always sends its messages. Somewhere along the way, you decided that needing help was weakness, that asking was burden, that vulnerability was danger. And those decisions protected you once, when protection was what you needed. But you have outgrown the protection now. It has become a prison. The same walls that kept pain out have been keeping connection out too, and you know this. You feel it. The moon is asking you to consider, what would become possible in your life if you let one more person in? Not everyone, just one. Not all the way, just a little further. Enough to remember that you are not alone in this. Connection is sacred. And it is also the thing that the modern world, with its screens and its performance and its curated presentations of a life that looks fine, makes profoundly difficult. We are technically more connected than any generation in history, and genuinely lonelier than almost any generation before us. The moon has always been a companion to the lonely, a constant, visible presence that crosses every border and looks the same from every country, every window, every life. On nights when everything felt uncertain, human beings throughout all of history looked up at the moon and felt, for a moment, that something infinite was keeping them company. Look up tonight. Let it keep you company. You are connected to every person who has ever done the same. Your sensitivity is your superpower. The world may have told you otherwise, that you feel too much, react too strongly, take things too personally, need too much time to recover. But the moon is not built for indifference. The moon is built for tides, and tides require sensitivity to forces larger than themselves. Your ability to feel deeply is not a disorder, it is a gift. It is the same quality that makes you capable of extraordinary love, of profound creativity, of spiritual perception that others simply cannot access. You feel the moon's pull because you are built to feel it. And what you feel can change everything if you stop apologizing for it and start trusting it as the intelligence it actually is. Intelligence comes in more forms than schools teach. There is the intelligence of logic and analysis. There is the intelligence of the body, gut feelings, physical intuition, the knowing that lives below the neck. There is emotional intelligence, the capacity to read a room, to sense what is unspoken, to understand human beings in their full dimension. And there is what might be called spiritual intelligence, the ability to perceive meaning in pattern, to feel the weight of synchronicity, to sense when you are being guided and trust that guidance enough to move. The moon speaks to all four of these intelligences simultaneously. And right now, all four of them are receiving a signal. Which one are you most willing to trust? As we move toward the close of this cosmic message, and the moon begins its descent toward the horizon, there is something it wants to leave you with. Not an instruction, not a task, not a self-improvement plan. Something simpler and more powerful than any of those things. It wants to leave you with a feeling. The feeling of being known. Because that is the deepest human hunger, not for success or safety or even love exactly, but for the experience of being fully known and not abandoned because of it. Of being seen in your entirety, the beautiful and the broken, the radiant and the afraid, and loved anyway. The universe knows you. The moon has been watching. You have never been a stranger to the cosmos. And so tonight, as you go about the rest of your evening, as you move through the ordinary rituals of your ordinary life, carry this with you. You are not ordinary. You are a consciousness that chose to incarnate on this spinning rock at this precise moment in history, with these specific gifts, these specific wounds, this specific path. Nothing about your existence is accidental. Nothing about your desires is random. Nothing about the love you carry, the questions you ask, the things that keep you awake at night. None of it is without meaning. The moon will rise again tomorrow night, and the night after that, faithful and consistent as the love the universe has for you. And every time you look up and see it, remember, you are held. You are guided. You are not alone. Go now with this. Let it settle into you the way moonlight settles into still water. Not with force, not with analysis, not with a part of your mind that immediately tries to turn everything into a to-do list. Just let it land. And if tomorrow you wake up and something in you feels different, lighter, more grounded, more certain of something you could not previously name, that is the message having done what it came to do. That is the universe making good on its promise. That is the moon, faithful as always, rising in your chest this time instead of the sky. And that version of you, the one who received this, who felt this, who chose to stay and listen, that version is already different from the one who clicked play tonight. The transformation has already begun. The moon sent its message. And you, beautifully, did not ignore it.